Hello, hey guys, how are you? It's me, Kirsten, and this is the It's Giving Mystical podcast. And this is your weekly card pull for the week of June 21st, the summer solstice. The summer solstice, full moon in Capricorn. Interesting. Just check in, see how you're doing, where you are. The Ace of Wands week is exciting and sexy and vibrant. And I forgot to mention, so much energy, so much. There's like sparks flying left and right. You might get burned by some of the sparks that shoot into your space, and that's okay. There is life, vitality, desire in those sparks. And they light off for a reason. They, burn you or grab your attention or inspire you or turn you on for a reason. And there's so much to be grateful for, even in the ones that sting a little bit, even in the ones that might catch us off guard in not the most positive way. There's something about the Ace of Wands that wants to shed light, wants to brighten the way, brighten the path before you, brighten the path for you. If there's something that snapped or burned, maybe it will gather momentum, but just as likely it might burn out. You might catch the eye of some stranger somewhere and be like, hey, and it might be all it is. And you think, oh, that was a nice moment. Or it could build into your partner of, 100 years. Like, these things happen. We don't know where life will take us. We don't know what the path is. And that's a good thing. I really, really want to encourage you to embrace this energy of I am learning from my choices. My choices are my teacher. And as I choose, life is revealed to me. I am revealed to myself. And then I choose the next thing. I choose as I learn, and then I learn as I choose. That is this great teacher available to us, especially in June. I would like you to take stock of your month so far and notice maybe how you started the month. Maybe go back in visualization and sit with yourself on June 1st and say, what was on your mind? Like, what were you thinking about? What was on your heart? How has that resolved itself or not resolved itself? How has it shown up in a different way? How has a third way become available to you? There's just something really interesting about choices and movement and how those are all making something new this month. It is the solstice. Yes, longest day of the year. Embrace it. Embrace the light. Feel free to embrace the idea of absorbing the light into your system, replenishing your own fire, letting the sun in you, the light in you, feel and be fed by the sun as it shines for us, at least here, for a long, long time today. And I was thinking about this podcast. I was thinking about, 78 cards in the tarot deck, and just about the fact that I think I'm at like the 79th or 80th podcast. And because we had those monthly ones, we don't have exactly 78 weekly card pulls, but I am curious, and I am going to, when I have some free time, catalog which cards have showed up for us and which haven't. It's so telling. It's so telling who keeps coming to visit us in this time and who has stayed quiet in the deck. Interesting to think about which medicines are activated right now, which challenges are activated right now, how we might be revisiting some of the same challenges. And again, nothing wrong with that. This life is a moving art. It's like a moving experience. And any way we can relax this sense of doing it right, doing it wrong, making mistakes versus, look where I am today. Like, let me fully feel what is alive in my life today, and where can I kind of feed into and feel into the cracks a little bit more to expand this moment. And that's it. Like, that's it over and over again. The card I pulled for us this week is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Four is stability, always, and Cups is stability in the emotional realm. The interesting thing about the Four of Cups is in the traditional deck, we kind of call this card dissatisfaction. This card speaks of dissatisfaction. It also speaks to like obstinance, like a sense of looking at your life, looking at what's in front of you, looking at your feelings and feeling like beholden to them, or feeling stuck in them, or feeling like, I don't know if it's ever going to be different. I don't know if it's ever going to change. Here I am again. And I don't know, have you had that experience where you find yourself saying the same words again, especially in an argument or in a moment of tension, or someone you love that you might have frequent discussions with where they say the same thing over and over again? Like, we get stuck in the sense of, it's not fair, and it's never been fair, and it never will be fair. That's an example, right? So fill in the blank for whatever the thing is that you get sticky with. The Four of Cups is interesting because stability is a beautiful thing. In the emotional realm, stability can quickly turn to stuckness. Stability can quickly turn to stagnation. The Four of Cups is like putting fixture around energies that really don't benefit from fixture. I've said this to you guys before. I don't even know really where it comes from, but there's a truth to it where you only really feel the essential nature, the essence of an emotion for 90 seconds, right? So it comes in a peak, it comes in a wave, a crest. And then if you're still feeling it, it's because you got sticky with it. It's because you got attached to it. We'd be so much better off if the sadness came and our nervous system could fully open to the sadness and we could cry or moan or move our bodies in a way that let us truly embrace the feeling, the quality of sadness. And then let it dissipate. And then we open our eyes and then here we are again. And what do I feel now? Do I feel relief? Can I just be with it? Do I feel joy? Do I feel wonder? Can I just be with it? That incredibly dynamic relationship with emotions, that's emotional health. It's like this feeling it and letting your heart hold it and letting it go. Like there's no stickiness to it. And the Four of Cups, unfortunately or fortunately, is the lesson around stickiness. It's the lesson around, is this all there is? Will I only ever get this? Will I only ever feel this? Will I ever get past this emotion? Will I ever get past this longing? Will I ever get past this desire? And you might think for yourself, like, what's one of your things? Like, what's one of your things that you're always wishing for on some level? It could be anything, right? It could be love. It could be connection. It could be peace. It could be freedom. It could be liberation. It could be safety. Like, what's the thing that it could be? I want to be understood. Why can't anyone understand me? Why doesn't anyone really get me, man? Or why doesn't anyone ever leave me alone? Why does everyone want so much from me? Like, whatever the thing is, what's one that you know that you return to over and over again? Like, you know that you're spiraling around that in this lifetime. I heard something the other day, actually I don't even know where it came from, but it's probably on social media. It was just this interesting thing someone said about dysregulation, right? How our nervous system gets unregulated and how we can be so competent, like in 10 areas of our life, 9 of those spaces, like I am regulated, dude. I am clear and like, taking names, doing the thing. And then that other area, that 8th, 9th, or 10th area where you become dysregulated and you can work so hard and you still feel it happen. You feel your nervous system kind of betray you like, oh, I know better. And yet here I am crumbling. Here I am going into disassociation. Here I am fighting when really what's happening is there's pain in my heart. So there's such an interesting thing around emotions and around dysregulation and around the sticky attachment and how we wind those things into this story of what we struggle with or what we need or what we don't have or yada, yada, yada. And the Four of Cups is that energy. The Four of Cups is you're looking so hard at what's not working. You're looking so hard at what already has form, shape, story, texture, and you're like really kind of entranced, mesmerized, enchanted. Like there's a sorcery there, like, this thing, so a little bit of like a Gollum in his ring energy, right? And my precious story, my precious victimhood, my precious thing. I'm laughing, but because it's hilarious. Sorry, we're so funny. Like when I'm in it myself, obviously I'm not laughing. Obviously I'm like, in my own dysregulation and in my own pain. But as a concept, us humans are just hilarious. Like us humans are just so, we want it so bad. We're trying so hard and we get so stuck. And it's quite funny and quite charming and quite hilarious how we just like get into that energy of like my precious, whatever the thing is that you kind of can fixate on so easily, or the thing that dysregulates you so easily. Funny, not funny, sorry. I don't know why it's striking me as hilarious. I'm just picturing the character in the Cups card like so mad and so frustrated and just like staring at these cups like, oh, you cups, like why are you always the same 3 cups? It's like that's the energy of the card. And the gift of the Four of Cups is there's always a 4th cup off in the field. There's always a fourth cup in the window behind him or in the cloud above him. And the 4th cup is a gift from the divine. The 4th cup is there's always more to the story. There's always fluctuation and fluidity in our emotions. And if we will just relax our grip, if we will just soften our eyesight, there's so much more available to us and it's right there. It's not like available to us like climb the mountain. It's available to us like just look up for a second. Just Take a deep breath and look up for a second, and just so much more is possible, I promise you. And it's just really interesting. I was speaking with a client this morning, and we were talking about this idea of filling space. And for so many of us, and I can speak for women, but I think this is probably something that all people could relate to. We're given this container, we're given this structure and said, this is who you need to be, this is who you are, this is success, this is safety, whatever the thing is. And we fill that container. And there's something so beautiful about the realization, the moment that you realize you were never the limited thing. The container was always the limited thing. And so as you break down or open the windows or, like draw the blinds on this container, you see how much your energy just aches to fill more space. Your energy just aches to like unfurl itself into bigger, more bright, more like juicy experiences of this world, of this beautiful life we get to live. So the Four of Cups is, sorry, I don't really often find it this funny, but something about this energy is like really just getting me going. Maybe because I've had a very, very busy, intense week, and like I know better, and I still find myself doing this, right? What's really interesting, actually, this is actually important, not just me being silly. I actually noticed this week that when I came to a place of dysregulation, how much my brain failed me, like how much I really just kind of not even quite disassociated, but just came to confusion. How frustrating it is to be in that place of confusion and not see clearly, like not see what's next. And the Four of Cups, the message is just take a deep breath and sit back and look up. Look up, look up, look up. Take your eyes off of what you think it's supposed to be, what it's been, what the limitations are, and look up, look up. And it's interesting when we connect it to the Ace of Wands, because the Ace of Wands is that spark, and it can sting, or it can warm you, or it can light you up. It's fire. It's fire. So it can do many, many things. But what it always is warm, and what it always is bright. And it's always catching your attention one way or the other. And the Four of Cups is kind of the opposite energy. The Four of Cups is like, I'm so in it. My feelings so much, and I can only see my feelings and what they mean and how I'm wrong and how I'm right. And like, I just get like, seduced by this stickiness around the feelings, around the emotional body. And the medicine of the Four of Cups is lean back and look up. Take a breath and talk about third way. The Four of Cups energy is mighty third way energy. The 3 cups laid out on the table are like, these are your choices. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Here's what you got. You get 3 choices. You have 3 doors. Pick what's behind door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. And that's what it's like. It's like, oh my God, these are the 3 choices. These are the 3 options, and that's it. And the Four of Cups always comes in with a 4th option that you could never see coming. You never saw this one coming. And it is held in the hand of God, held in the hand of Source. And it's to remind you not to get too sticky with it, not to get too tight with it, not to get too small with it. So 4 of Cups, stability in the emotional realm, which sometimes we need, but I want to remind you that that is a delicate proposition, and what might feel like stability can often become stuckness. And so you want to have a sense of my stability coming from something other than my emotional body. My emotional body is here to be sensitive, to feel the world, to react to the world, to process the world, to let the world move through me and move me, like move me. Move me. It is not meant to provide you stability. Stability comes from our physicality. Stability comes from spaciousness in our field. Stability comes from sourcing ourselves, tethering ourselves in something much bigger than this little beautiful body. The 4 of Cups is a reminder that when you're sourcing in the emotional soup, you're often sourcing in something that has you like single focus, like it's just too tight. The lens is too tight. And the 4 of Cups is like, pan out, man. Take a deep breath, lean back, look up, pan out, and just chill the fuck out. Something will arrive. Something is coming. You don't know what you don't know, and you don't know that you needed something sometimes until it actually arrives here with you. So keep your chin up. Keep your hope up. Just kind of obviously laugh about it if you find yourself getting sticky, because it's just human and it's adorable and it's so charming and it's so cute and funny, and it also gets us so fucking tangled. So I offer you this perspective that if you're feeling really tight with it, a reminder this week, to just sometimes sit back and say, dude, this is what I've experienced. That does not mean that's all there is to the world. This is what I've experienced. That does not mean it's what I'm experiencing now. This is what I've experienced. It doesn't mean it defines my future. Full stop. Okay, so much love to you, and chin up, look up, back up, breath out. Let's do it. Okay, bye. It's giving everything is sacred. It's giving art. It's giving light you up and turn you on and set you free. It's giving curiosity. It's giving freedom. It's giving love. It's giving you are more magical and powerful than you can comprehend. It's giving, I don't know what's happening, but I am so here for it. It's giving you are pure potential. It's giving mystical.